Sufri?
Of course.
What I advise to all my PA student. Okay? All right, thank you, Sufri. Okay, so for the rest, I'm sure you also have a different experience, but please bear with it. Currently, we are in the midst of adjusting all the situation due to UTM has not, and also T08 building is not being utilized for 2 years. Okay, so that means for example, the issues of the facilities, sure there will be a problem and also hiccup here and there. But definitely currently faculty in the midst of repairing all the facilities for the student. If you can see the food court also, we are in the midst of finishing the work so that you can use the food court there. Then you can have your food here. That means within the class, you have a place for you to hang out with your friend in the food court. I'm sure you know where is the food court, right? Betul tak, Esther? Have you?
No,
You don't know where is your food court? It's in the middle.
Is there bukan?
It's an open space. If you check later on, but it's not complete yet. Okay, still in the renovation.
Alright, I see.
Okay, thank you for sharing your experience. Okay, so let us back to the business. Even though Hari Raya is sebulan, but still business must be back as usual. And as what I remind you all, your midterm test will be conducted next week. Okay, next week. During this time, Thursday. Okay, so for those that have not come to the faculty yet, so this is your opportunity to come to T08, have a look and visit the class. And I think for bus schedule also no problem because I can see bus is always here to pick you to class and also to your hostel. Okay, all right, so for female student and also for male student, I'm sure you know how to accommodate yourself in UTM because you have many years for you to go. Now it's already year 2, year 1. So that means a long way for you to go until you graduate your study. So please make sure that you already being used with all the facilities and also all the location, class location, faculty location, okay, so that you know because maybe sometime you need to attend classes which is outside, not in T08. Okay, so that you need to be familiar with other classes in different building. Especially for kursus umum. Okay, maybe after this we need to combine with another faculty, then maybe you need to go to another faculty because currently kursus umum or general course was being conducted online, but next semester it will be conducted face to face, especially for English. Okay, so you need to go to language academy. So please make sure you know where is the location of every faculty that is related with your learning process. Okay, so without further ado, okay, for your final exam, there will be 3 different format. Okay, first, multiple choice question. Okay, maybe someone you can write in the chat box so that your friend know. Okay, maybe Anong, dia baru masuk so dia kena tulis ya. Anong, are you there?
Yes,
Anong?
doctor, I'm here.
Alright, so you need to write the format in the chat box, yeah, so that your friend knows. Okay, so please listen. Okay, so this is for your midterm test. There will be 3 section. Okay, for first section is multiple choice question, 20 question. Okay, Anong sila tulis. And then section B, short essay, 5 short essay, which is compulsory for you to answer all question. Okay, 5 short essay. Okay, Anong boleh? Manage to pick up?
Boleh, doctor.
Alright, and then section C, there will be 3 long essay question, but you are required to answer 2 question only. Tak ada, I tak nampak dekat chat, Anong. Tak apa, later you update in the WhatsApp group, ya. Alright, so chapters for your midterm test will be covered from chapter 1 until chapter 7. Alright, just to recap you back, before we went for semester break, what we have learned so far? What are the topic that we learned before we went for midterm break? Okay, I want to ask Fakrul Azim. Fakrul Azim?
Yeah, the
Okay, before we went for semester break, which topic we have learned? Apa yang kita dah belajar sebelum semester break? Still remember ke dah lupa?
dah lupa tu.
Alah, ni makan lemang banyak sangat lah ni.
Tak banyak.
Okay, tak apa. Alright, I want to ask Ihsan Dwi Wahyu.
Yes, Doctor.
Ihsan, what is the last topic that we learned before we went for semester break?
About business letter.
Business letter. Okay, is it in term of document or in term of email writing?
Once again, let me remember. Document or email?
Email or document?
Still already in email.
Email writing. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, thank you, Ihsan. So now you are still in Indonesia, right?
Yes, probably on 2 weeks I will come to Johor. At least.
Alright. So how about college? Have you settled the college, everything?
Yeah, I've been booked 1 month in KLG College.
Alright. Okay, thank you, Ihsan. Okay, good. So that's mean last week, not last week, last month, before you went for your Hari Raya break, we have touched about, bagus Anong. Okay, so others, please copy paste that information that Anong already written. Okay, so we have learned about email writing, which is part of what we call as business message. Okay, business message, what you have learned it in term of verbal and non-verbal, and also it can be in term of what is it, written document, and also non-verbal document. Okay, so email is considered as part of routine message because as long as you are working in an organization later on, you are a staff. So you will use email every day in your work. Everything will be discussed through email. Everything will be followed up through email. Every inquiries will be made through email. Okay, so that's why we call email as routine message. So that's why when you want to draft an email, you need to follow the requirement that we have learned before. Okay, thank you. Okay, I will record that one. All right. So email writing, just want to recap back. Anyone please volunteer to answer. Okay, when you want to write email, is it okay for you to write in a bulk of paragraph or should you separate the paragraph? Which one?
Separate, Doctor.
Yeah, separate into how many paragraph at least? 2 or 3. Yes. Or at least if you want to be more specific, you should put in term of list or at least in term of a bullet and numbering. So people will be very clear in term of what you need to do, what are the message that them to understand. Okay. So lepas ni, I don't want to receive any complaint from office or maybe from our TDA saying that our student don't know how to write a proper email. Okay, because we already learned and I will always remind you in class to write a proper structure of email. So you need to have the guideline. What is the salutation? What is the greeting? What is the content? What is the closing remark? Okay, you need to have that. And this is also a part of midterm test that you need to answer. I will ask you to draft an email. Okay? Please take note. Okay, so without further ado, today we will still learn on business message, but now it is more toward the writing process and also the review process. All right. So please scan your attendance first for today's class. Okay, scan untuk hari ini ya. Jangan ambil gambar, bagi dekat kawan. Okay, don't pass. This is only for a student who attend today's class. Okay, you need to be very honest and integrity. Jangan pass kepada kawan yang tidak hadir. Only for the student who attended today's class. Okay, if finish, put the comment in the chat box done. Oh, forgot to ask. Awab, are you there, Awab? Awab is not here. What about Hassan?
Yes, doctor.
Hassan Mohsin, you're already in Malaysia, right?
Yeah, I'm in Johor.
In Johor. Have you joined any face-to-face class so far?
Not yet,
Not yet. Why?
because
What about, have you joined, do you enroll in Dr. Siti Zaliha class?
no.
No, okay, that's why. Okay, but make sure next week, please come to T08, Hassan?
Okay, doctor.
Okay, what about Awab? Is Awab there?
I don't know where is he right now, but
Awab also in Malaysia, right?
yeah, Awab live next to me, next building.
Okay, actually, I'm confused between you and Awab.
What?
Okay, so usually you are the one who WhatsApp me yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, it's okay. I
Okay.
asked you about the face-to-face class.
Is it in regards to your assignment or what?
What?
That one. Never mind. After this, you PM me back, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Hassan. Okay, what did? Okay, so maybe you can ask her if she is okay to PM me back, yeah? Because I don't know about that one. Okay? No, Aina Izati, right? Or maybe any of her friend, maybe you can PM me and tell me about her condition. Okay? Alright, so today we will learn about how to improve your readers to make sure they feel easy to read your document. Bukan dia tengok sekali imbas terus dia tak nak baca. So this is what we want our reader to have. That means ease of reading. So that's why you need to make sure that your document must be complete and then precise or concise, and then it must be in terms of natural or navigational. Okay, still remember navigational? I'm talking about format. Okay, formatting of your document. All right, so everybody know how to use Microsoft Word, right? Because you are using Word's document every day. But do you really explore all the function in Microsoft Word? Class, do you really explore? Because we have many function in Microsoft Words. Pernah tak you sendiri try explore this one forward, this one forward? Or what are the common function that you use in Microsoft Word? Tell me. Is it review for you to check back your typo and grammatical error? Yes or no? Yes, you always need to use review as a basic, because when you use review, definitely they will auto correct, okay, all your typo or any grammatical error. Okay, so if you go to view, do you manage to check there is a part that we call as navigation pane? Pernah tak? After this, you try to check in your Microsoft Word. There is you click under view, there will be a navigation pane. This is what we call as navigational. That means when you use navigation pane, that means your document can be formatted according to the heading topic. You have heading, you have subtopic, you have subheading. You know what is heading, class? What is heading? Okay, when do you usually you have your table of content, right? 1.0, yes, the main point, 2.0. So this is what we call as heading, okay? So if you know how to use navigational pane, usually they will that means your table of content can be generated automatically. Okay, so that means this is the system. You can always watch YouTube to learn more about Microsoft Word because there are many functions in Microsoft Word that you can use. And some more, do you also attach your Microsoft Word with Grammarly.com? Class? Yes, right. So that means you can download Grammarly.com for free, but it's only for a limited usage. And also you can also apply it, also convert it also with your Microsoft Word. It also will help you to restructure your document. Okay, so that's why this is what we call as completeness. Okay, still remember what is the first stage in writing a business message? There are 3 stages. What is it? 3 stages. First is what? Class, you can write in the chat box. What are the 3 stages? 3 main stages. Plan. Yes, plan. So that plan, after planning, writing. And then is review. Okay, so to make sure you can achieve completeness, that's why you need to do your planning. Macam you buat assignment, bukannya on the spot, you straight away write your document. You need to find information first. You need to find sources first. Okay, you need to cite any other external sources. So this is what we call as providing all relevant information. Okay, and it need to be accurate and specific because you already have all the information. Just you need to make sure that you arrange your information into a right structure. Okay, so that's why you can achieve completeness. Okay, so that's why when you have all the relevant information, you can always know how to apply back the writing process, which is plan, write, and review. Okay, then also it must be accurate. That means your content, your information is according to the expectation of your readers. Okay, when you submit assignment, who is your readers? Siapa readers you? When you submit your assignment, who is your reader? Yes, lecturer. So that's why your write-up must have a strong impact towards your lecturer perception. Satu, when your lecturer give low marks and student will complain. Why the lecturer give mark? Because why? The assignment did not, did not achieve the expectation of lecturer. Did not achieve expectation and also the perception of the lecturer. So that's why it need to be accurate. Okay, specific, accurate, and must have all the relevant information. Okay, so when you want to have a accurate statement, that's why you need to have a correct figures. Bila you hantar assignment, when you submit your assignment to your lecturers, even though you put that any figures to support your assignment, but you need to put citation. Then only your lecturer know this is from which sources. And I want to ask you, do you have learned before on how to do citation? Pernah belajar tak? Citation and referencing. You are already in year 2. Okay, yes. So how you cite your, how you do citation, how you do referencing. Is it need to be matched? Definitely it need to be matched. Yes. When you have a citation, that means the name of the author with the year published, and then at the back of your assignment, you must include the detailed information of the author. This is what we call as APA format. Dah belajar belum what is APA format? Have you learned what is APA format? Pernah dengar? Have you ever heard or tak pernah dengar? Yes. Usually Malaysia, especially for university in Malaysia, we are using APA format. So jangan ikut Chicago ke apa ke. For Malaysia, we are using APA format. Mean the arrangement of the information. For example, the name of the author, apa lagi? The year of the article, and then the journal, and then the last one, maybe was published. So referencing by using APA format. Okay, so I relate back with what we learn now. That means you need to have an accurate information. For example, you put a figure, you need to put from which sources. Okay, that means your document must have the corrected figure. Okay, are you following me? Jangan mengantuk ya. Saya tahu petang-petang ni semua mata dah macam mengantuk je. So please listen ya, because this is very important. Because after this, I want you all to improve back your assignment and also your write-up. Please, there is an improvement after you learn business communication subject. Okay, then it also need to be specific. For example, if you do final year project, there will be research question and also research objective. That means your final year project must answer the research question, or maybe your proposal must answer, your assignment must answer back the question that your lecturer draft or give to you. So this is what we call as be specific. And it cannot be out of topic. Okay, your write-up kena refer back to the question that being asked. So that means you need to make sure that every assignment, every documentation that you write after this, it must be based on the question that are being asked. Okay, so for this one, your statement also must be very specific. That's why figures is very important. For example, you can see here, the first one, they said, look at the rate one, less effective. Okay, the statement only mentioned can be opened quickly. This is considered as not specific because when you say can be opened quickly, akan dibuka secepat mungkin. That means you need to give the deadline. So you can see here the statement in the green column. They said between 3 to 12 months. So same also when you do any documentation, it must be very specific. Okay, must be support with the deadline, support with the figures. Okay, you cannot put any verb open quickly, open immediately, cannot, because you must give the range of any deadline, timeline given. So this is what we call as being specific. Okay, look at this one. Okay, so when you say, look at the the next wordings. Okay, the size is larger. You cannot just describe here. You need to put the actual figure. When you say larger, what is the square feet? Berapa size dia? Okay, same also. That mean when you write your assignment, you put that. Okay, the sales is increasing. Tak boleh macam tu. That mean you need to give figure. The sale is increased from 2% to 3%. That means everything must be support with the figure and it must be specific. Okay, ya, kena ingat ya. So this is the thing that I will check later on in your assignment because you need to be accurate, you need to be specific. Document must be very specific. Okay, so conscientiousness, that means all the information is accurate, specific, so that means readers can easily process or understand what are the information that you want to share with them. Same also lecturers, when we read your assignment, but we don't know what actually you want to tell us. When we read your final year project, what is the issue? We cannot find it. Okay, so that means there is something wrong with the document because the document is not accurate, not specific. It was not being supported with any figure. Okay, so how to improve conciseness? That means how to make your document precise. Okay, first, control the paragraph length. Perenggan jangan terlalu panjang. Okay, you have actually the right words from 20 to 30, from 40 to 80. Okay, for example, in your assignment, you cannot have one page is only one paragraph. At least you need to divide your content into 3 paragraph in one page. Okay, when you divide into 3 paragraph, it's easier for people to read. Okay, then use short sentence. Okay, ayat tak boleh terlalu panjang. Ni kita nampak ayat, it can, when you write, not you lah, other student, they write, it can be into of 5 to 6 line, cannot because it is too long. When you have a wording, it can be 2 or 3 line is enough. Okay, then avoid redundancy. Cannot be still same, the repeating again and again the same wording. Okay, so this is the thing that we want to avoid. Okay, then avoid empty phrases. That means there is no content. Okay, people also don't know what is the thing. And avoid prepositional phrases. Okay, prepositional, for example, there are, there is, what if. That means you repeat all this. It will make your sentence become more lengthy. Alright, so I'm sure already learned in your business language communication what are phrases, what are prepositional. Okay, so later on, we try to apply this in your document. Okay, student, clear or not? Semua diam je? Alright, so this one, control paragraph length. As what I mentioned just now, perenggan tak boleh terlalu panjang. You need to control your paragraph length. Okay, a paragraph should be 40 to 80 or maybe as short as 20 to 30. So that's why we see many students in your assignment, they have one paragraph or 2 paragraph in one page. Cannot, because you need to divide your paragraph, make it precise by having a minimum of 40 to 80 words only. Okay, so kena praktiskan selepas ni. Perenggan tak boleh terlalu panjang. At least the maximum is 80 word is enough, or as short as 20 to 30. Okay, so you can see here, compared to this person, you look at the red one, red column, less effective. They bulk the whole information in one paragraph. Okay, so I want to ask you, is it easy for you to read if they put a bulk of paragraph like this? And also, you also not sure which is the important information you want to identify, right? Compare to the second example, which is more effective. That means they already divide. Okay, the first one is more toward the information, and then the second paragraph is more toward the costing, the figures. Okay, so that means people know what are the important things that they want to highlight. Okay, so you can see here, under less effective. Okay, this paragraph consists of 168 words. Terlalu banyak ya. Usually we only have a maximum of 80 words in one paragraph. So that's why you need to divide your paragraph accordingly. The less is okay, rather than you have a lot of wording, a lot of sentences. Okay, so also this one also, that mean they divide into 2 paragraph compared to the first example. Dan yang seterusnya, short sentences. Allow your reader to generate more idea. Okay, ayat di dalam sesuatu perenggan tidak boleh terlalu banyak. You cannot have a long sentence of wording. A long sentence, okay, in your paragraph. So that means you need to have at least a minimum of 15 patah perkataan di dalam satu baris ayat. Kena tengok ya. So that means 15 words. Usually how many line, class? 1 line, 2 line or 3 line for 15 words? Siapa boleh jawab? Anybody share your experience? You are the one who write. Yes, 2 line at least. So that mean for a sentence, okay, baris perkataan, it can be in term of 2 line. Okay, you cannot have more than 2 line in one sentence. Okay, short sentence is better because people know, they feel easy to read your sentence. Okay, so for example, this one, they have more than 32 words, considered as less effective. But this one, what is it? Only 14 words. So as what Esther said just now, 2 line. For one sentence, 2 line is enough. And you should have less than 15 words. So please take note when you write your midterm test, when you write your assignment, this is the thing that I will evaluate. Okay, even though in your midterm test next week is a handwritten ya, bukan computer, because before this you already immune with computer, Microsoft Word. But now I will apply back to the manual one. You need to write. Okay, so please practice. Saya tahu sudah 2 tahun you are using Microsoft Word for your final exam submission, for your midterm exam submission. You are using Google Form, but now we are back to manual process. Okay, jangan lenguh or cramp tangan pula nanti ya. So that's why try to write a long words from now. How do you feel, class? You have to write back, compare than before. Okay, later I will brief. How do you feel the transition? Before this, all are using Microsoft Word when you submit your midterm test. Now you have back to manual one, whereby you have to write. Yes, painful, but this is the thing that we do previously, so we will back to previous style. Okay, so kena belajar. Saya tak nak nanti ada yang mengadu saya cram lah, apalah. Okay, make sure you try exercise back your hand to write, especially for management subjects. This is only midterm test. Imagine later on during your final exam. Many pages that you need to write for your final exam answer script. Then this one, if you can see here, average words per sentence is less than 20 words. It's considered more effective. That means it cannot be more than 3 line. Okay, at least 2 line, maximum 2 line and a half, or maybe 2 line is enough for a sentence. Okay, sentence cannot be too long. Please take note. Ayat tak boleh panjang. Okay, so avoid redundancy. As you can see here. Sekejap ya. Okay, so if you can see here, the less effective, they repeat the same statement compared to more effective. Kita break 5 minutes sekejap ya. Can or not? Okay, boleh sambung balik? Can we continue back? Right. So don't worry, I'll not take too long. Tapi kalau physical class memang akan long lah. Alright, so we go to the next one. Your document also must avoid empty phrases. Okay, maksudnya words that did not bring any meaning. It just make the sentence lengthy. Okay, for example here, this word, needless to say, with all due respect, it doesn't bring anything to your sentence. Okay, you need to avoid it because you need to make sure that your sentence is less than 15 words. Okay, even though currently it show that 12 words, but still consider at the phrases is empty phrases. Doesn't bring any important information or impact to your sentence. So we need to avoid it. Okay, so that's why try to limit your wording as what the example here, the probability. That means straight to the point. You don't have to word maybe you learn in your activity connect. However, even though after what for business message, we need to be more precise. So we try to avoid any empty phrases that did not bring any impact to your sentence. Okay, just straight away to the point. You don't have to put any connectivity words. Okay, avoid. However, after that, even though. Okay, kalau dalam thesis, if in your final thesis is okay, but for business message or business document, we try to avoid all the connectivity word because we want it to make sure your sentence is straight to the point. Alright, so and also here, try to avoid any prepositional phrases because you want to reduce your word count. So what is it? You can see here how many times they repeat here the words of in an effort. What else? In attendance. So try to avoid it straight away to the point. Okay. Because we want to reduce the number of words that make your sentence lengthy. So this is what we call as prepositional phrases. Okay. For English language, yes, you need to do that. But for business message, we want to make sure that your sentence is precise and structured. So that's why we want to reduce the word count. Okay, so then the natural style. Use action verb, active voice. Okay, use short and familiar word. Okay, this is the thing that we will learn later on. Okay, action verb. Semua dah belajar, right? UHLB 1112, UHLB 12112. Saya pun dah tahu code. So that means in there for your English documents, for the thesis, yes, you can use. But for organizations, company document, okay, we try to avoid. We only use action verb when it is possible, when it is needed. Okay, so you can see here, okay, these two example of sentence, okay, they are about the same. But when we remove what we call as action verb here, that means we can reduce the number of the word count. Okay, so we straight away to the verb subject. So that's why the structure of the wording will be more effective. For example, here you look at the second example. Straight away to the subject. Okay, then verb. Then you can reduce the number of word count. And also better to use active voice. Okay, for example, what we call an active voice is start with subject, verb and object. Okay, so now we are already in English class. Okay, I want to ask Ahmad Ghazian. Ahmad Ghazian?
Yes, doctor.
Alright, you are still in Indonesia, Ahmad Ghazian?
No, doctor. I'm actually in UTM right now.
Already in Malaysia, in Johor?
Yeah, yes, doctor.
In college? Or outside?
outside at the apartment. I actually attended at the Dr. Citizen High class this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Alright, Ahmad Ghazian, you look here under active voice. Okay, so can you identify, is it this structure of word according to the structure here, subject plus verb plus object? Sunrise is considered as?
The subject.
Yeah, the subject. And then verb, which one is verb? Dah jadi English class pula.
Provide.
Tak clear lah Ahmad Ghazian.
It is.
Which is verb?
Okay.
Yes,
Verb
which is
one.
verb? Sunrise is subject, verb is
It is training.
free training. Okay, then object is
Oh yeah. The object
Stop.
the three people. The people.
Okay, thank you Ahmad Ghazian.
You're welcome, Doctor.
Okay, so that means your arrangement of words, okay, saya pasti, I'm sure everybody already learned, you already covered all your English, English 1, English 2, so you know how to construct your word in a better structure. So you need to follow what we call as active voice. Start always your sentence with subject followed by verb and then object. Okay, as you can see the example here. Okay, more effective. Then they start with subject. Okay, we'll work directly and then verb. And then what is the object here? Maybe this one, the budgeting plan, the break-even analysis. Okay, when you arrange your words according to the structure active voice, at the same time you can reduce the word count. Okay, so your sentence also will be more precise. Okay, so please concentrate because this is the thing that I will ask you in your midterm test. Dah macam jadi English class, but it is more toward business message document. Then also using you need to use this one, active voice appropriately. Okay, so you can read the example here later on. Then this one, the next rule is to use a short and familiar word and phrases. Okay, that means, for example, you want to write a letter to your supplier. Okay, so when you know your supplier, we consider as layman. Okay, so use what we call as a familiar words that you always talk to them. Okay, even though you know it is an official document, but you just use a short and familiar words that everybody easy to understand. Okay, so for example, you can see here the example or not? Advocate and suggest is considered as the same meaning, but please avoid using words that some people, they don't really understand the meaning of the words. Okay, compare also with this one, consultation and advice, they are also the same meaning, but you use advice because we use these words every day in our daily conversation. Okay, tak payah nak ayat tu nak what we call ayat yang betul-betul vulgar debas, tak perlu ya. That means you use only in your business document because we deal with a people, everyday people, is a layman sometimes. Okay, so that means use a word that everyone familiar to hear and understand, easy for them. Okay, because this is writing, this is not artwork, this is not literature, because we are using business document for our work practices. Okay, then also use a parallel language. Okay, so you can see the example here. Alright, so that means use a language that easy to understand. For example, refine, upscale. Then this also the example here. Okay, try to use what we call as parallel language. Okay, then another word is avoid buzzword and figures of speech. Okay, you can see here, this is the example of buzzword. Buzzword, that means we can call as a futuristic words. Okay, so that means use a word which is what we call as familiar, easy for everybody to understand. Okay, the person don't have to refer to the Google dictionary in order for them to understand your document. Just use a simple and familiar words. Then this one, what we call as this one. They are prepositional, yeah. Okay, so what happen if you try to reduce the usage of this one? They will be, at the same time, you can reduce your word count. Okay, so you can see the example here under less effective and more effective. Okay, so if you use, for example, they are, it will be, what else? It is, they are, it will make your sentence lengthy. Okay, we want to make sure that your sentence is precise, short, but able to deliver the message to your readers. Okay, so for understand or not, this guideline for you to write business message. Okay, please remember this is for business message. What we said, the document that we use every day in works, in daily works. Okay, but maybe currently you are a student, but sometimes you need to use this word. For example, in thesis, maybe you need to use connectivity, you need to use prepositional, you need to use it is, they are as an additional. Okay, so that means it's different. Okay, that's what we call as academic writing. Okay, but for business writing, we want it to be short and precise. Okay, what we say as less is more. Okay, then this one, under navigational. Okay, so your document. So I'm sure you're already in year 2, semester 2, so you are familiar with what I said as heading. So your assignment, your document must have what we call as heading and subheading. You put 1.0, you put 1.1.1. Okay, so this is what we call as navigational design. So after this, please go to your Microsoft Words document under view. You can check there is a part as what we call as navigational pane. Pernah jumpa tak? Have you ever come across that one under view? Yes. Do you use that function? Pernah guna tak function tu? Have you ever used that function? Yes, okay. So because when you use that function, definitely your heading will be more structured. Okay. Okay. If you learn more, that means you can always generate your own table of content based on your structure of your navigational pane. Okay. So kalau belum, boleh tengok YouTube. That means YouTube, they will show you on how to use the many function in Microsoft Words. Okay, then highlight. Highlight your document. Either you bold, either you underline. Is very important because when you bold or when you put underline, people know that this is important point. Okay. Same also if you put in a list compared to in a bulk of paragraph. That means when you put in the list, people definitely know. This is the arrangement. This is the stage. Okay, so that's why you need to put in a list and also white space and make it as simple. Okay, so we go under heading. As what I mentioned, you need to use this heading in your document, not only your assignment. Okay, for proposal also we are using heading. Ada 1.0 introduction, 1.1, what else? Background. Okay, so later on you will use all this also in your final year project or your assignment. You always use heading. Because heading will make sure that people know this is your key idea. This is the thing that you want to address. This is the main issues and followed by the subtopic. Then this one, highlight the keywords, okay, by using bold or underline. But do you know that you cannot use this function at the same time. Okay, what I mean by that? For example, you already bold, but you put underline at the same time. Cannot be like that, because when you put bold, only bold. When you put underline, it must be underline. Okay, dia tak boleh sekali. Cannot put both in one way. It's either you choose to bold the words or either you want to underline the word. Alright, and maybe you can also put an italic, for example here. So people know when you put italic, also consider that you want to highlight this important point to your customer. That means you emphasize this one. Okay, so that's why use italic, use bold, and also use underline. But you cannot use all these three functions at the same time. You must choose which function that you want that you want to write in your document. Okay, so far okay or not? Class? Sorry ya, saya ada sore throat sikit. Understand or not? Yeah, Awab, I can see Awab. Awab, how are you, Awab?
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, Doctor.
How is your Hari Raya?
Kinda good.
I'm good. You celebrate Hari Raya in Malaysia, in Johor?
Yeah, exactly, Doctor.
Exactly. How you celebrate your Hari Raya? Maybe you can share your experience with us. Your first day of Raya.
No, it's my third Hari Raya here. I came here on
Oh, you
21.
already third year here.
Yeah,
Third time celebrating Hari Raya in Malaysia.
yeah, exactly, Doctor.
Wow. So how you celebrate Hari Raya?
Actually with my friend and with our community.
Okay. So that means you perform the Solat Aidilfitri at Masjid UTM?
Yeah, exactly, at Sultan Ismail.
Alright. And then after that?
After that, go to any restaurant and
Or
talk,
any house
play
maybe?
card. Huh?
Or play card?
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Right.
yeah.
So what is tell us of your favorite dish for Hari Raya?
Nasi goreng spicy.
Nasi goreng. So you never taste our Malay dish Malay Hari Raya dish, rendang.
No, Doctor. I just taste like mie goreng and
You should taste
peanut.
our Hari Raya dish later.
Okay,
Next Hari
inshallah,
Raya
Doctor.
or maybe Hari Raya Haji.
Inshallah, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you awak.
Thank you, Doctor.
So lepas ni yang lain boleh tolong hantar awak ya Hari Raya dish mana yang dekat-dekat dengan rumah awak. Alright. Sorry, my battery is low. Alright, selingan because I don't want you all to feel bored. Alright, so we already highlight so please make sure after this when you type your document, okay, when you want to highlight important point, you cannot combine these three function. Okay, kena ingat. Lepas ni saya tak nak tengok lagi. I don't want to see you put bold at the same time you put underline them. You need to choose between italic, bold or underline in your document. Okay, please remember. Okay, right. Then also to make sure that readers understand or able to share the meaning with you. Okay, you need to also to put a list. For example here, because when you put a list here, people will easy to understand the flow of the process. Okay, it can be bullet, it can be numbering. Okay, it is better because people know what is the sequence of event that you want to highlight to them. What is the flow of process that you want them to follow. Okay. So please make sure rather than you put into a bulk of paragraph, comma, okay? It's better for you to write in term of list. Okay, Nur Atika here or not?
Yes, Doctor.
Nur Atika from Singapore.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Because you just quiet. Usually you ask. Okay, thank you. So you celebrate Hari Raya in Johor, or you visit also your relative in Singapore?
First Raya in Johor. Then lepas tu hari ni balik Singapore jap.
Oh, I
Then
see.
mungkin minggu ni
Weekend.
celebrate kat
Still
Singapore.
ada open house at Singapore.
Tak, not really.
Yes.
Pergi dekat
Weekend you will go back to your house.
depends. Ni kebetulan abah cuti jadi besok ke lusa mungkin pergi rumah saudara mara kat sana.
Okay, thank you Atika for sharing your Hari Raya experience.
Okay.
Okay, right. Then the last one, you need to conduct fair test. This one I want to ask. Arif Iskandar. Arif Iskandar, ada ke tak ada di dalam talian? Arif Iskandar. Arif Iskandar. 3 kali saya panggil, tak apa. I move to another person. Go Hui Yu. Go, are you there? Alright, go. You are in campus already?
Yeah.
Alright, so how is it? How do you find UTM?
How do I find?
Yes? How do you find UTM?
Do you mean how I go here?
Yeah, no. I mean, what is your experience after you already stay in hostel, you already went for a class, face-to-face class. So how do you feel?
Is okay for now.
So and so, or excited, or bored? Which one?
Normal.
Normal. Okay, so that means so and so.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. After this, later on, when you already have other also face-to-face class, of course, you'll be excited. Okay, go. All right, so my question here, fair test. Can you give me a full definition of fair test?
Fair test the F represent facts.
Okay, F stand for what?
F stand for how factual is your communication.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Go.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
All right, so that mean, so everyone already remember, right, what is the meaning of fair test, right? So F stand for, here as what you can see, your document must contain a fact that support your document to make sure that your assumption is clear. So that's why every information must be support. You cite other people's work. That means it was being discussed in other people research. Okay, so this is why it must be factual. Okay, to make sure that the information is logic. It was being supported by previous finding. Okay, then access. Make sure that people able to review your document. Okay, so they know that this is how to try when they want to update your document, when they want to reply back to your document. I mean, they have an access because if you notice, for company office, usually they block some of the other people message, or maybe when you want to share a Google Drive, they will block. So make sure your readers able or have access to your document. Okay, and also in term of impact. So that means is it they have the benefit from the message that you want them to understand. This is what we call as impact. And then the last one is respect. So that means your structure of words and also the arrangement of your paragraph, the arrangement of your content must always based on the integrity, respect, okay? So that it will not have an effect to other people thought, feeling, and also well-being. That means you value others. So that's why it must be proofread and it must always be what is it? Referred to somebody in order for you to get a feedback. All right. So basically, do you understand or not? On how to write a good document based on what we have discussed so far. Okay. Kita tanya. Okay, Ainur Liana. Ainur Liana. Ainur Liana. Okay. Okay, Ainur Liana. Okay, so for a paragraph, what is the maximum words should a paragraph have to make sure that this paragraph is effective and specific? How many words for a paragraph? Tadi dah belajar. Berapa? 100. Is it 100 to 200 words?
Doctor, you can hear my voice?
Cannot hear my voice? Can you listen to my voice? Semua boleh dengar tak suara saya?
Boleh.
Boleh ya? Okay. Ainur? Oh, tak apalah. Maybe dia ada. Maybe yang lain. You can write in the chat box.
No,
Okay.
my UTM Wi-Fi suddenly disconnected.
Okay. So my question again, what is the effective, how to make a paragraph more effective? How many words should a paragraph have?
Less than 100,
Less than
Around-
100 or maybe the
around
more effective is?
40 to 80 words.
Yes, 40 to 80 words. Okay, so you are in which college, Ainur?
College Perdana.
Perdana, near to Scholar Inn.
Yep.
Alright, so okay or not internet? Or sometimes it's not okay?
Sometimes automatically disconnected.
Automatically disconnect. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ainur.
Okay.
Okay, then. Okay, the next lucky person is Ko Jayen.
Yes, doctor.
Alright, so how many lines should a sentence have?
2.
2. Okay, so in terms of words, how many word count should a sentence have?
15.
15, correct. Less than 15. What are the things that you need to avoid to make sure that your sentence is not lengthy? Give me one tip that you need to avoid. What are the things? Okay, tak apa. Saya bagi soalan pada yang lain. Thank you, Ko. Ikmal. Lama dah saya cari Ikmal ni. Ni bukan Ahmad Ikmal ya? Ahmad Ikmal atau Muhammad Ikmal? Ikmal, are you there?
Ada doktor.
Ada. Ni Muhammad Ikmal ke Ahmad Ikmal?
Ahmad.
Ahmad Ikmal. Ahmad Ikmal dah balik kampus?
Belum lagi.
Oh, belum lagi. Okey, tak apa. Minggu ke-12 kan? Alright, so Ikmal, just give me one tips. What are the tip to make sure that your sentence is not lengthy? What are the things that you need to avoid? Apa yang kita perlu elakkan?
Guna apa nama dia? Nokta ke apa, lepas tu sambung next ayat. Avoid redundancy.
Alright, boleh. Okay, thank you Ikmal. Okay, beside that, what else? Class, you can write in the chat box. What are the tips to make sure that your words, your structure of word is not lengthy? What else? Yes, wordy prepositional phrases. Yes, example of wordy prepositional phrases, Atika?
Like they start off the sentence with in order to something.
Yes, but
Everything.
student like to use that one, right?
Yes.
In order to, however it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Atika. Yes, that's why I said in academic writing, usually we allow, okay? But for business message, we are talking about business message and business routine message. That means the message that we use in our daily works later on, okay? We try to avoid all that. But currently, you are a student, we are based on academic writing. Sometimes it is allowed, especially when you want to write your thesis, we need to use that word to make sure that the arrangement, the structure of it is clear to be understand by your supervisor and examiner. Okay, so jangan confuse. Nanti ada pula yang cakap, Dr. Zahra tak bagi guna. No, in academic writing, it's not an issue, but for business message, that's why we want to make sure it is short and sharp. Okay. Alright, so before we end the class, okay, I want to share one works that I want every group to do. Suka tak dapat kerja? Semua diam ni macam tak suka je. Seorang pun tak jawab. Alright, cuba buka this one. Okay, everybody please log in into that Jamboard. Okay, saya nampak banyak boleh masuk. Okay, please. Okay, so if you can see here, right? This is what I want you all to do based on your group. Okay, so we have about 8 group here. So you can go according to the space here. For example, 2 represent group 1. And then the next page, 3 represent group 2. Okay, jangan bergaduh pula pasal page-page ni. Okay, that means it will start from page 2 and follow by the next group. Okay, so what I want you all to do is a very simple task actually, but it will help you later on how to develop a poster. Okay, especially when your boss asks you to develop a promotional poster. Okay, still you need to refer the ethics in business communication for business message. Okay, so the instruction here. Okay, imagine your group is working under one company. Okay, semua ni bekerja dalam satu syarikat. Your company is planning to introduce a new product in a market. So, your team, that means your group, as the corporate communication department, so you need to remember as what I informed you before this, in a company, especially an established company, for example, banking, we have Maybank. For insurance, we have Etika. Pernah dengar tak company-company tu? Okay, then we also have a logistic company. Okay, so that means they have what we call as corporate communication department. Okay, so what are the role of this department? Every document, every information that they want to disseminate to their client, to the customer, to the investor, to the potential customer, it must go through corporate communication department first. This department are responsible to design and transfer the information into a medium of platform for communication with the third party. That means in the website, maybe in the social media. Okay, so that means for example, marketing department ke, yang lain ke, dia tak boleh terus keluarkan dia punya poster, dia punya promotional, dia punya flyers, okay? Everything must be go through with corporate communication department. So maybe later on, if you are interested, you can also be a part of corporate communication department because you are responsible for the company documents and business message. Okay, panjang pula saya explain. Okay, so this is the function of corporate communication department. So imagine you are working in the team. So you need to develop the poster, a new product that they want the potential customer know about this product and they want to distribute the flyers, maybe e-poster like that. So what you need to have in the poster? Okay, first, short company introduction. Okay, when I said short company introduction, how many words you need to have? How many paragraph you need to have? Semestinya lah satu. So how many wording at least? Because you want to fit everything in one poster. So how many wording? Less than 15 words. That means you need to develop a statement about your company in a short company introduction. Okay, you have learned just now. Paragraph must be short and precise and cannot be too lengthy. Okay. Then you need to explain also on the new product. What is the product that you want to introduce? What is the features? Apa ciri-ciri dia? Apa unik dia? What is the uniqueness? And since this is new product, is it, you also need to highlight that there will be a promotion or special discount will be given because you want to launch a new product. Of course, there will be a promotion in terms of special discount. Then the last one, so that's mean ada 3 element. There are 3 element that you need to put in your poster. Okay, so after you already implement all that, you need to review your poster according to the FAIR test. Kita dah belajar factual, access, impact, respect. Okay, for example, under access, you need to make sure that how to make sure that the people can access to your document. What are the channel of communication that you want to choose? This is what we call access. And what about factual? When you said there is a discount, this product have this characteristic. It must support with the fact. Alright, so far, clear or not, class? What are the things that you need to do? Okay, so you can see, ni diam je semua, faham ke tak faham? Can I listen and everybody say understand? Alright, yeah. Okay, so you can see the example here. Okay, I put 2 example for your reference. So if you Google also the product e-poster promotion discount poster, you can also see a lot of example. Okay, so I want to check. Okay, so group 1, you supposed to write in page 2. Okay, and also follow by the next group. Okay, so group 1. Any representative from group 1? I just want to know more on your groups. Siapa wakil group 1? Who is representative from group 1? Right, semua tak jawab. Tak wujud ya group 1? Class, you don't remember your group? Esther, we have group 1 or not?
Yes, the one, oh my god, group OMG.
So who is the member?
We have,
Yes, doctor.
yeah.
Alright, okay, let the representative tahu. Who is it?
Yes, doctor. I'm counseling.
Okay, counseling. Okay, so how many members you have?
6.
6, yeah. Is it all female?
No.
Ada male lah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's better yeah for you to mix around. Okay, thank you counseling. Okay, group 2. Representative
Yeah, it's my group.
Esther.
Yeah.
Alright, Esther group. Okay, thank you Esther. Group 3.
Yes, doctor.
Siapa?
Anis.
Anis. Anis Izzati.
Aina Amira.
Anis Amira. Okay, same group with Anis Izzati.
Aina Izzati.
Aina Izzati. Alright, alright. Group 3, all are from direct intake, right? Or you also combine with other?
Ada seorang Indonesian.
Indonesian. Okay, thank you Anis Amira.
Okay.
Okay, group 4.
Yes, Doktor.
Siapa tu?
Fatin.
Fatin, Nurul Fatin Izzati. Direct intake?
Yes.
Okay, is it all your members also direct intake student, or also you combine with others?
Combine. Ada
Combine.
Ihsan.
Alright, ada siapa yang year 2?
Ihsan.
Ihsan Dwi Wahyu.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, good.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay, next. Group 5.
Yes, Doctor.
Isfan. Isfan, who is your other member?
Fakhrun Azim, Anung,
Okay.
Kaisani Hasanah, Nurus Sabrina, Hasmar Ali, Kaisa, and me.
Alright, so from all the group member, can you give me one name that you think this your member here, he or she has a special skill, additional skill to that mean this person is good at graphic design. Ada tak? Do you have any of your group with extra skill on graphic design? Siapa tadi? Isfan ya? Ke tak ada? Ada tak? Did you identify?
No.
No. So that mean
Currently, no.
semua sama je lah.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, thank you Isfan. So
Thank
after this, maybe you can polish your skill because you are required to develop a poster. Okay, so other section ask me, can they use Canva and then they want to paste it in Jamboard? I said it's okay. So same also with your section. If you think you want to use other app which can give you more better result, yes, you can use, but you need to paste it in this Jamboard, okay? Right. So next group, is it our? Who is it?
Do Junhao.
Okay. So your group, okay. Is it combination of female and male student?
Yes.
All right. So that means you can generate more idea, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. The next group, group 7, right? Or group 6?
Group 7, Doctor.
Group 7. Hamdallah, right?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Your group, right?
Yes, my group, Doctor.
Okay, right. So, Hamdallah, so I hope I can see you after week 12, Hamdallah?
Yes, Doctor, insyaAllah.
Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, thank you. So, class, do you know actually what you're supposed to do? Are you clear on what you're supposed to do? Alright, so I give you 1 week for you to complete this task. Okay, so next week, except if right, maybe some of the student is still under week 12, okay, but you can always ask your other friend who are already in here to present on behalf of yourself. Okay, so I want to ask Hamdallah group, is it everybody will come in week 12, your group, Hamdallah? Or you have also student here?
Awab is in Malaysia, Doctor.
Alright, so that means please appoint your group member to present it, yeah, face to face, yeah, during class tomorrow and next week.
Yes, Doc.
Okay, thanks. Alright, so that means next week we have 3 hours, 2 to 5. Okay, so for the first 1 hour, I want the representative of each group to present your poster. Okay, so I estimate about 10 minutes for each group so that we can finish within 1 hour. Okay, clear? And then after the second hour, we will start with our test. Okay, because I'm sure you don't need more time for you, extra time for you to do your test. 2 hours is enough. Okay, so that's why 1 hour we do presentation of your poster. And please make sure when you do your presentation, you need to highlight under review process. What do you think? How your poster managed to achieve the fair test based on your group expectation? Is it factual? Is it have access? Is it give impact to the readers? Is it also have an element of respect? Okay, you need to explain that one. Not only you need to explain about your poster, but you need to explain about the application of fair test when you want to review back your document. Alright, clear or not, class? Okay, please try whether you are able to update because I think I already changed the link to editor for everybody. Okay, so if you cannot, please highlight back to me. Maybe you can check whether you can edit or not. If you can edit, then it should be okay. Alright, any question? Do you clear on what you supposed to do? As what I remind you, since this course business communication, we don't have final exam, but we have a lot of assessment that we want to do, okay? Because we need to cover back the final exam, so it replaced with the weekly assessment. So that's why group teamwork is very important because usually I will ask assessment in terms of teamwork. So that's why make sure you feel comfortable with your team member and everybody contribute towards all the work that I assign all of you to do. Okay? Saya tak nak nanti ada yang PM me, I'm not feel not suitable with this group, I want to change group. No, okay, please make sure you're already in week 9, you already feel comfortable and everybody contribute. I don't want any free rider in your group. Okay? Clear or not, class? Clear or not? Alright, clear. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Okay, so please take note. Your midterm test, you already copy the format. Okay, as what section A, multiple choice questions, section 2, short essay. Okay, when I said short essay, do you think how many wording you need to have? When I said short essay, you already learned here. Is it you need to write? Yes, less than 15 words. Okay, okay, correct. So that's why I said short essay. So that's why I said within 2 hours, you are able to finish your midterm test. Right. Then, please make sure you read chapter 1 until chapter 7 because it is not an open book test. It is closed book test. Okay, so kena baca dan study. And then for the student that will return on week 12, I plan to do your midterm test via online. Okay, but in a different session, I will announce the session and also it is a different set. Okay, not a same set with your other friend that already here. Okay, so tak perlu nak tanya kawan you apa yang masuk because definitely you will have a different set. And also consider your midterm test as your final exam whereby everybody need to open your camera. Okay, nanti I will discuss back later on the actual date for the test. Or maybe you prefer your test, you want to do your test when you already here. Which one? Later you advise me, okay? You PM me later on. Okay, so but for student that already here, tolong baca ya Fakhrul Nazim. Okay. This is not open book test. This is closed book test. Okay, so I think that's all from me. So I hope please come to class early Okay, our class next week will start at 2 p.m. Jangan 2 suku baru datang ya. My class will start sharp. And I hope you will come early. And please check on the class. I'm sure for your class is at 4F204. So you should be at F204, okay? Because it is an exam. It is a flip table. So maybe we can arrange at least there is a gap in between. Okay, jangan salah kelas ya. F204. Time 2 p.m. Please come early. Okay. For the rest, yang lain, yang week 12, okay, tak apa. I consider that it is a blended. Okay. That means you will have a separate session. You don't have to enter because it is not online. It is physical. Okay, faham ya? Alhamdulillah. So that means next week, for the 13 student, there is no online class, but I will arrange a specific session for you all. Okay, pada yang dah ambil test, you don't have to attend that session, only for the 13 student. Okay, any question before I end this session? Any question? Tak ada soalan, letak gambar kura-kura. Alright, semua clear, right? Okay, so I think that's all from me. So I hope to meet you all in person next week. Make sure you are in the right class and at the right time, and please come early, and please also appoint your group representative ya. Jangan masa hari kejadian baru semua okay, dia lah jawab, no. That means you already prepare who is the person to do the presentation. It can be 2 person, it's up to you. If you want 2 person collaborate together, it's okay. If you want only 1 person also it's okay. Tapi tak perlu 6 orang nak present, okay? It's up to you. If you want to do a duo, what we call as duet, it's okay. Alright, so thank you everyone. So I will meet you all in person next week. Make sure you arrive at the right class and also at the right time. Alright, have
Thank you,
a
Doctor.
good weekend, and please make sure you do that Jamboard, yeah, and also please study for your midterm test. Okay, you may leave the session. Semua dah scan attendance tak? Ada tak yang belum? Anybody still have not scanned your attendance?
Yeah, me, Doctor.
Alright, so for the rest, you may leave the meeting session. Okay? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
Alright. Okay, sudah ya. Is it okay awak?